Do, 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 do. Oh, hello. Nice to see you here. You know what? Since we bumped into each other, why don't we talk about some unit rate problems? I know that's what you came here for. Let me make myself smaller here. All right. First, let me give you some amazing news. I put this on Google Classroom. We have a fix for Mathia being slow to load. I am told that this works like 99% of the time. A teacher from another school district told me. I'm super excited. This could change our lives. Change our lives. So you can see it here on the stream. Control H, clear browsing data, clear data. Also, there is a phone number there that you can call. It goes directly to the people in Mathia. So if you're not understanding the way a workplace is why a workplace is making you do a certain thing, or if you're stuck, first, obviously, read all the information that Mathia gives you about that topic. Check your notes, try as hard as you can, and then, especially if it's after school hours and you can't reach me because it's after school hours, try that number. Tell me how it goes. Okay. Where'd my face go? There it is. Oh, look, it's Picard from Star Trek. Oh, hi, friend. You're kind of in the way of my space here. I'm going to have to make you smaller. So your exit ticket today is, gosh, can I? Can I make him smaller? I can. Your exit ticket today is several word problems that involve you needing to use ratios and rates. As Captain Picard is reminding you, ratios describe the relationships of two numbers. You also have this in your notes. And rates are basically a ratio with units. So that it means something because it has units attached to it. And then a unit rate is a rate that is per one thing. Just like your recipes that I made you make on Monday, the 1 cup of water, that you made a unit rate. And then today we also use unit rates. We've been using unit rates all week. Okay, so I'm going to do this as an example, let you get the hang of it. Those of you who are on track with Mathia, like if you've already done 8 or more workspaces, you've probably done this already. The bakers at Healthy Bakery can make 180 bagels. That says bagels in 2 hours. Okay, so you'll see the first thing I did was write a rate using the information that I saw in the word problem. How many bagels can they bake in 18 hours? Using unit rates, you can easily find out this question. If you make 180 bagels in 2 hours, how many are you going to make in 1 hour? 180 divided by 2 is 60. And we did that in Desmos with the click battle. We calculated a bunch of unit rates, and all we did was take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. 60 bagels per hour. That's the short way of doing it. Numerator divided by the denominator. The long way of doing it, and this is important just to know because now you know why it works. You start off with something that is per 2 hours, but you want it to be per 1 hour. So how do you make 2 into 1 using division? 2 divided by what is 1? 2 divided by 2 is 1. A number divided by itself is always 1. Like a million divided by a million is 1. Okay, the numerator and the denominator are like part of a fraction family. And they're going to get jealous if the denominator gets something that the numerator doesn't have. If you divide the denominator by 2, you also have to divide the numerator by 2. Okay, doing the same thing here. 180 divided by 2 is 60 bagels per hour. Okay. Now, let's revisit the question. Does it ask us for the unit rate? It does not. It asks us how many bagels can they bake in 18 hours. Now, I found the unit rate to help me get the final answer, but I mention this because it is very easy for people to stop early. You need to go back. Whoa, 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 it's out of control. Go back to the original question to make sure that you're answering what you need to answer. You need to find out how many bagels they can bake in 18 hours. Okay, so if you can bake 60 bagels per hour, how many can you bake in 18 hours? How many times does 1 hour go into 18? 18. So 60 times 18 is whatever that is. I don't even want to do that. I don't have my phone handy for the calculator, and I want to mess up the browser here. So whatever this is will be your answer. 60 times 18 should be like 700 or 800 something. And that will be how many bagels they make in 18 hours. Let me give you another example. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is really going to help you with your exit ticket. A Ferris wheel can accommodate 50 people in 30 minutes. So that means it means that 50 people can ride on the Ferris wheel in 30 minutes. How many people could ride the Ferris wheel in 5 hours? And what is the rate per hour? So this one asks, it asks specifically for rate per hour. No, don't do that. Just leave it like that. This one asks for rate per hour. And it also asks how many people could ride the Ferris wheel in 5 hours. So there's 2 questions here. Okay, rate per hour. I'm going to write down what I know. Okay, so the first thing that you always do is write what you know. You know why? Because word problems are really overwhelming. You read them and you're like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. Why are there so many words in math? But once you start writing down the information that you're given, it leads you down a path that becomes clear eventually. Like start writing. Just start writing and see where the numbers take you. And then things will come to you, especially with more practice. That'll happen more and more often. But the first step is write what you know. So 50 people, that says people for short, in 30 minutes. Okay, so, I mean, you probably do this in your head. How many minutes are there in an hour? 60 minutes in an hour. So what do I do to 30 to make it 60? 60 minutes. Multiply it by 2. 30 times 2 is 60 minutes. And since I multiplied the denominator by 2, I also need to multiply the numerator by 2. 50 times 2 is 100 people. So you'll see that I kept the same units on the top and the bottom. That's important. Also, you could have just done this in your head. 50 people in half an hour. Okay, so that means 100 people in 1 hour. But the long way to do it is this way. Okay, so we know the rate per hour. It's 100 people per 60 minutes, or you could also say 100 people per hour. Now we have to figure out how many people could ride the Ferris wheel in 5 hours. You know the unit rate. You can now figure it out. Okay. This is the last one. And I wasn't going to do this third one, but you know what? It's kind of complicated with the money, so I'm not going to do all of it. I'll just give you some hints here. Okay, 4 bananas at the Quick Market for $1.76. You can buy 6 of the same bananas at Stop and Save for $3.30. Which place is the better buy? So you need to find 2 unit rates, the Quick Market unit rate and the Stop and Save unit rate. The quick market is going to be 4 bananas per 176. So you're going to have to make a ratio, bananas per money. And then you're going to find that same ratio over here, or rate, bananas per money. Make sure you're using the right one for quick market and the right one for stop and save. Now, once you find this out, this unit rate is going to tell you how many bananas you can buy for $1. I mean, you're going to have to change it into a unit rate yourself. First, you write the rate. First, you draw the rate, and then you turn that rate into a unit rate through the steps that I showed you previously. Remember, any number divided by itself will give you 1. So that's helpful. And then you compare the unit rates and find out, in this case, which one will give you more bananas for $1. Now, the interesting thing is, and this is where you can decide how you want to do it, you could do dollars over bananas. You have to do it the same. You have to make the same kind of unit rate so that you can compare them. You could do, for the quick market, you could do $1.76 per 4 bananas, and then turn that into a unit rate to find out how much 1 banana costs. Honestly, one of these is going to be easier. You can do both, but one of them is easier mathematically, like the division is easier. So you could even try both ways and find out which kind of unit rate you prefer. At any rate, okay. At any rate, you have to choose one form of unit rate so that you can compare them. You can't compare bananas per dollar to dollars per bananas. You have to pick one. Okay. On the assignment, I had the assignment up. Let me show you really quick. Nope. Okay. This is your assignment. As I explained in the post, you need to fill this out with the correct answers, or what you think are the correct answers. Fill them out by creating a text box here and just typing your answers. Typing your answers, or you could also say type in your answer. Please make sure you're answering the questions that are asked. Like, after you find an answer, go back and reread the question to make sure you're answering it. If you get stuck, rewatch the video that you are watching right now, because I used these questions as my examples. So if you weren't paying attention, now you're going to have to go back and pay attention. But I knew you were paying attention. Don't worry about it. These numbers are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Just throw me a bone. Just ignore that. It's not perfect. There's a challenge question here for those of you who might find this easy and you'd like to stretch your brain. Definitely do the challenge question. And when you're done, tell me in the meet that you are done. Either put it in the chat or talk to me, because I'm going to check your work together. Like, I need you in the meet so we can discuss your work together. Write down your steps on a piece of paper. I need you to get used to writing down your steps. Even though we're not in brick and mortar, we're still going to use paper. So get out your notebook, write your steps neatly so that when I ask you, oh, what did you do with number 3? You can look at your notebook and tell me without having to redo it. Because who wants to redo that? No one. No one wants to redo work you've already done. Okay. Good luck. Have fun.